Hey everyone, welcome to Lost Connection Tarot. I'm Benjamin Snavely. If you are new to the channel, which most of you probably are, I just want to explain a little bit why I decided to start this channel. Very simply, the name says it all for myself. Lost Connection, trying to rediscover purpose and meaning in our life, trying to recognize that we have the answers and the power to have the life that we want to live. We just need to take back control. But first, we need to recognize that we have control and we have power. And so, these daily tarot readings, as well as what message do I need to hear now, it lets us simply become aware of our internal dialogue, our emotional capacity, our reservations on life, fears, so on and so forth. And it gives us the opportunity to, once we're aware of this energy, we can change it, manipulate it, and make it serve us instead of being a victim to it. So the Lost Connection Tarot is all about rediscovering that connection with ourselves, with our spirit, and walking in truth with it. That's my hope, that's my goal. So, moving on. So, this is a daily meditative tarot reading. Um, if you like what you hear and you want to hear more, you can always find Lost Connection Tarot on Facebook. You can find it on Instagram. Simply look at the name. I'm new to social media, but I'm pretty sure I can figure out how to put those links um, embedded into the channel. So look below, and I'm sure you will find connections to my Instagram page as well as my Facebook page. So this is for Sunday, September 20. Oh man, 7th? Sunday, September 27th, 2020. I don't wear watches or anything, and so just doing this every day helps me remember what day it is. So I know we're going into Sunday. I'm doing this a day ahead for all those people in Japan, Australia, Europe, so on and so forth. But yeah, Sunday, September 27th, 2020, I believe. If I am wrong, comment. Tell me I'm wrong. But I promise you, it is for Sunday. Now, I am going to use the Wild Unknown Tarot deck. And in this daily meditative tarot reading, I am going to speak to the cards, and I'm going to pull out 3 cards. I'm going to be looking at the overall energy of the day, kind of what the theme or message is. Then I'm going to look at the energy that we have the most control over. That way, we can change it if we don't like it, but we have that power to do what we want with it. And then finally, what is the energy that we have the least control over, that we simply need to accept, we need to surrender to, we need to simply be aware of it, but make sure that it doesn't have power over us. So kind of just being aware of what is going on in the periphery, around, outside of us, as well as inside of us. All right? So again, this reading is for everyone, anyone who is listening right now, no matter where you are or who you are. This message is for you if you've clicked on the link. All right, so for Sunday, September 27th, 2020, what is the energy of the day, as well as what is the energy that we have the most control over, and then what is the energy that we have the least control over on Sunday, September 27th, 2020. Energy of the day, lovely. Energy we have control over, energy we have the least control over. Okay, well, that makes sense. All right, so today, for Sunday, it's love. All right, so here you see the 2 of Cups. So cups represent emotion. It's receptivity. It's being an open channel. It's being ready to receive something that is going to emotionally fulfill us. So at the 2, we have 2 people who are both ready, or we have 2 energies, 2 like-minded entities coming together and saying, let's see where this goes. So it doesn't have to be a relationship with a person. It could be you went and adopted a puppy today, or a cat, or a ferret, you know. Uh, but it's coming together for the same purpose, wanting to give of ourselves and also receive something else in return that is emotionally fulfilling to us. I mean, it could literally be a new job that you have been so excited to get, and it fits you to a T, and vice versa. I mean, you were made for this job. So again, it doesn't matter necessarily what the relationship is or what the relationship is to. It's the idea that both entities are coming in at the right time, ready to commit to the project, the idea, the relationship of the two things coming together. Right? All right, so that's the energy of the day. It's lovely. I like that, especially on a Sunday. It just feels good to be able to receive something that is positive because one, we're ready for it, we're open to the idea of it, and two, we're ready to give ourselves. We're ready to be committed, and we're ready to share our authenticity with other people, and that's nothing but positive. Now, please recognize that at the two, it's very new, so you still have to put work into it. It's not going to just be peachy keen just because you found each other. I mean, love is a choice, and so here's the start of that choice. What you do with it is also up to you. All right. Now, the energy that we have the most control over is the Five of Wands in reverse. Now, wands represent fire, and fire represents our spirit, our higher consciousness, our energy, the thing, the force, our willpower, the thing that moves us forward in life and gives us purpose. So, at the five, for all minor arcana cards, the five simply represents expansion, destruction, chaos, kind of like a hurricane. So many things are just swirling around, and you can't really make sense of it all because there's just too much going on, too much coming in and too much going out, that it creates confusion and a little bit of fear or anxiety because you don't know what's going to stay and what's going to leave. And maybe you had something for a while that seems like it's on its way out, and you don't want that because you identify with it, right? You were passionate about it, you cared about it. So, with the Five of Wands, usually in traditional decks like the Rider Waite deck, you see five individuals all with batons or sticks, and they're basically fighting each other. So this is trivial, minute conflict. It's basically literally like boys, you know, playing swords with one another. Like, hey, my idea is better. You know, my dad is better than your dad, and my toy is cooler than your toy. It's ego conflict. It's the idea of trying to stand up for what we think we know we are, who we think we identify with, and then other people also doing the same thing and or bashing us, letting us know like, oh, you know, I don't care what you think or whatever, and it's just all this conflict. And at the five, you brandish this idea, this identity that you think you identify with, but it's your ego is talking louder, I think, than your actual heart. Because if you were truly aware of what you stood for and what you were, there's no need to fight. There's no need to put a line in the sand and say, you know, take me or leave me. And so you're speaking a little bit louder because you simply don't know. You think you know, but that's not necessarily the case. Now the good thing is it's in reverse. And so you're putting your ego is melting away. You're recognizing the the identity that you used to have no longer encompasses who you are now. And that's a little scary because it you don't know how to stand up for yourself because you're still learning who you are. and you're still trying to come to a clear picture of where you want to go and how you want to represent the new you. But you're done fighting. You're done brandishing your stick and trying to bop people on the head to say, listen to me. This is what I care about, and this is my identity, and this is whatever. You're starting to rethink that. New ideas are coming in, old ideas are leaving, and you recognize that the dick wagging, it doesn't work. It's for the rat race that you no longer necessarily adhere to, and that's good because you're starting to slowly hear the truth from within yourself of who you are. And so the energy you have the most control over is at any time is laying down the weapon, is laying down the ego and letting your quiet strength um, um, emanate from you. So it's the idea of speaking less and listening more and kind of internalizing the things that matter and the things that don't matter and coming to grips with these new ideas that are slowly bubbling up and also basically just getting rid of old ideas and old forms that don't serve you. It could even be old passions because wands represent force and drive. So you could have cared about this thing, and I'm guilty of this in the past. I wanted to be a snowboard bum. So I was, one Christmas I told my parents, hey, like I'm gonna go move to Washington, Washington State, and I'm gonna go, be a snowboard bum. And then I'm gonna do this. So that Christmas they bought me all of the gear, and I went to go visit my friend up there, and I loved it, but I never actualized it because I thought that's what I wanted. I knew I wanted freedom. I knew I wanted out, but I didn't know exactly what it was. But at that time, I was so fervent that I just went that direction and I claimed that identity, saying this is who I am. But very soon I was going in a different direction, and then a different, and a different. And it took a lot of trials and tribulations to recognize that I needed to stop letting my mind and my intellect tell me who I am and start listening to my heart to say, what is it? Who are I? Who are I? Who are I? Who am I? What is it that I want? What is my purpose? What is my goal? What am I trying to strive for? What am I trying to leave a mark, if any, on this world? And I recognized it wasn't my ego that was going to lead me there. And so I laid down that stick, that wand, and I stopped competing with others, and I stopped trying to push myself into the world as this type of thing. And when I stopped doing that, everything became a lot easier. So that is what you have the most control over today, is recognizing that you don't have to fight to make it in this world. You just have to walk your path. But first, you have to know what that path is. And it seems like you are in the process of figuring that out. And that leads to what you have the least control over. You're going to have this new idea. You're going to have this epiphany. Lightning strikes you today. The universe is going to hit your intellect, is going to hit your divine reason, and it's going to give you some type of clarity, almost as if God is speaking to you, but it's you, and I'm not. We'll go into that another day if you want to know my personal theological position. But anytime you are listening to your own vibrations. You're listening to your own frequency, and it is your God frequency because it's your higher conscious. You are listening to what the cosmic will, the cosmic world wants. You can even attribute that to God or Vishnu or any other angel, God, higher entity that you want. I personally just love the fact that I am in control by listening. And today, the universe wants to send you a message. And you don't have control over this. You're just going to be doing your thing and then pop, there it is. Sit with it. You're probably going to laugh at it. You're probably going to say, no, that's not going to work. But just listen to it, okay? You've already put down your sword or your baton, your wand. You recognize that there's something more out there. You don't want to go in this direction, and then lo and behold, you get an idea just out of nowhere. It just boom hits you like a bolt of lightning. And this infinity sign just lets you know that you are one with the universe, and the universe is speaking to you and through you. And if you listen and follow it, you will be walking in tune with the universe, with the frequency and the vibration that you should be following. And that's the beat of your own heart. That is your own path. So please recognize that this is a new direction, a new way, a new a new way to structure your life. Okay, and at the end of any day, you don't have to accept it. This is a gift, and if you're not ready, then you're not ready. But what you should do is you should emotionally find how you feel about it, because it seems like there's some type of back and forth going on. I mean, the relationship card is there. The idea that there's reciprocity, and man, that should just be the name of my channel, because it's hitting on all cylinders today, and you're vibing with this other entity, this thing, this idea, this formation. You want to commit to it. You're done fighting with your head and ego and letting it drive you. And because of that, you're listening to yourself, and then boom, here it is. Sit with it, resonate with it, emotionally play with it, see where it takes you, see what how it makes you feel, and go from there. Again, this is all about reconnecting with ourselves, and rediscovering that lost connection that we had, and then the second we recognized categorization and duplicity and opposites in the world, we became separated from ourselves. And then, with everything else in the world pushing us away, it took forever for us to come back to the reality of who we actually are. And now we're just starting to learn how to walk in our own shoes. So take it with a grain of salt. Sit with it with your emotions. Try not to use your ego today. It is your vehicle. It drives. It helps you move in the direction. But your heart is the one who should be the driving force. And then your head, your ego, is the one that says, okay, this is how we actualize this. All right? Once you get your emotions in place of what it is that you care about and what you want. So this is today's daily meditative reading. Let's quickly go through the cards. I see 5, I see 2, and I see 1. 5, 2, and 1, that's 8. 8 is all about power. So it is double on the 4, which is security and structure. Now we're looking at infinity. Now we're looking at a lightning path. And so 8 is like, yeah, it's the lightning path. You are in this transition where everything is coming to you so quickly, and it can be adventurous, it can be exhilarating, but it can also be a little scary because things are moving so fast and you may not feel ready for it. And I just want you to know that you are ready for it. And just pet it gently, coo it, listen and be receptive. Don't try to control this. Surrender to it, and let go of trying to know what's going to happen. You can't predict your future. If you did, then everything would be right in your world, but it's not. But what we can do is we can start listening to ourselves, and we can start paying attention to our energy and the signs all around us. And the signs right now are let go of that ego, start listening to your heart and asking yourself, what is it that I want to emotionally be involved in? What do I want to commit myself to? Um, and that is power, and that will lead to something beneficial in your life. So this is an extremely long message, but I hope it hit all the right notes. Again, my name is Benjamin Snavely. This is Lost Connection Tarot. If you liked what you heard, please hit like, hit subscribe. And like I said, I'll put those links down below if you want to join my Facebook page or my Instagram page. So I'm so sorry. I just ate lunch. Oh, goodness gracious. Hot sauce and eggs, breakfast with some veggie links. What up? Anyways, have a great day. Take care. Bye.